How many genders are there?
I don't know. I just got here.
About the schools, our kids, they sleep 8 hours, right? They wake up morning, they go to the school, they spend there like 8-9 hours, and we don't know with who they spend time. Maybe these teachers, you don't even know what they're thinking, what they have on their mind, and you let them to give education to your kids. It's very dangerous. If you not agree with these teachers on your life position, but you let them teach your kids, and when they become 16, you want they become like you. This is don't work. You have to control who teach your kids, and a lot of people miss this. A lot of crazy people, they working in school too, and they give education to your kids. But if you talk one-on-one with them, you're not gonna spend with them even 5 minutes. But they spend with your kids 8 hours every day. It's like very dangerous thing. Yeah. You have to control this.
Boys are stronger than girls.
Well, physically, like, for the most part, in gender roles and stuff like that, boys are just supposed to be stronger. That's just a thing that happens. They work out at the gym, and yeah, girls certainly can work out too if they want. But again, it's more common for boys.
Disagree or step forward?
Who's one to say what gender, like, depends, like, who's stronger? It doesn't matter what gender you are, it matters who you are. It doesn't matter what you were born, it matters what you want to be.
You could be referring to strength in so many ways, like physically, emotionally, where the strength in your body is placed, like it all just depends.
I play volleyball, and sometimes we play the boys teams, and we, like, you know, we've crushed them a couple times.
These preconceived notions that, like, boys go to gyms, girls, like, stay at home. Like, one of my best friends is a girl, and, like, she's stronger than half the guys I know.
Shout out to that kid for speaking the facts, and it does come down to those who can accept reality and those who can't. So shout out to that kid. And it's a shame about the other kids because they've obviously been brainwashed.
How can you assert that nobody would ever see me as a woman when my material experience tells me you're wrong?
Okay. It's interesting that that's the part of my talk you chose to ask a question about, because that's not in my talk at all. I don't believe I said that no one would ever see you as a woman. I mean, it's possible, I suppose, that you could fool someone. Now, you brought this up, so I have to tell you that you wouldn't fool me at all. I mean, I see a man 100%, and I think that most people would. Now, the fact that you have people in your life who are saying to you, oh, you're totally a woman, that's exactly what I'm talking about. No one in my life has ever once said to me, you're totally a man, Matt. You know, if a friend of mine called me on the phone and said, listen, Matt, I want you to know you're really a man, I would think that there was something wrong with him.
So I just got home from work, and today, for the first time, I dressed fully feminine in public, in the broad light of day. It was to a luncheon at my work. With the board of directors of the theater company I work for. I wore my lemon dress and my keffiyeh. And you know, it in the grand scheme of things might seem like a small victory, but you gotta let yourself celebrate your small victories. 'Cause there's a lot of times when those big ones feel really few and far between. And right now, for me, every little victory I get is one more step that I have taken towards being fully myself, towards not hiding who I am any longer. And that feels like something to celebrate to me.
Let's read some comments. So, nice woman's hair, question mark. This is what happens when you don't take your sons hunting. I would pay good money just to hear the conversations that occurred after that meeting was over. The mental health crisis is so real that we have elected the mentally ill into our government and are allowing them to imprison people for the crime of being mentally stable. If you don't affirm this, you are a bigot. Just remember that.
California is experiencing the weirdest problem. They now have so many people driving EVs that guess what's happened? They don't know where to get the gas tax money anymore. Now they're going to start taxing EV drivers.
What? With more than 30 million registered passenger vehicles in California, the state says it shells out more than $8 billion a year to maintain the roads those cars drive on. But because so many Californians now own electric vehicles, the gas tax money is starting to dry up, which is why Caltrans wants to instead charge drivers per mile and is now enrolling people in a 6-month pilot program to test out the concept.
Pilot program 6 months.
Tried calling friends, nobody's picking up, so I just am gonna dump this here. It's the middle of the day, I completely understand, but I just had a really harrowing experience at work.
Oh no! What happened?
I have this one coworker who simply refuses to use the correct pronouns for me. I've called her out every time she misgenders me, and she just is resigned to not change. How dare you! And today just broke something in me. I just snapped. I ended up yelling at her after the 3rd time she misgendered me, and within like 30 minutes, like, I use they, them pronouns.
That's just awful. How terrible. Oh no.
And I just started explaining to her, like, I'm sick and tired of this. Like, you need to at least make an attempt.
I hope you get fired for yelling at your coworker and creating a toxic environment. You're sick and tired of this shit. Imagine how everybody else feels. That's probably why none of her friends picked up. And also, how privileged are you if your most harrowing experience is somebody not pretending with you?
I love killing babies. I love it.
Jesus, we have to give her the word.
I've had like 45 abortions and I'm going to keep having them.
We are God. We are God.
There's so much trans hate in the fucking world. There's so much trans hate in the world right now, and I'm so done with it. And pride just means that we are unabashedly happy just to be alive.
Yeah. Anna, where do you personally feel that hate is coming from?
Most places, but especially the government.
Anna, in your own life, where would you say that you feel the hate the most?
I feel like I kind of internalize a lot of the hate, so it feels like it mostly comes from myself at this point because...
Okay, so she pretty much just confirmed what everyone's been saying all along. These people hate themselves, but they just want someone else to blame, so they blame us instead. How can you expect other people to love and respect you when you don't even love yourself? Just repeating social media talking points, and then when you get questioned, you draw a blank. Every single time. Anyway, at least she was kind of honest about it, so I guess that's a step in the right direction.
It's finally time to bring back Queer Kid Stuff. We're launching a Kickstarter campaign to reboot the web series so we can keep spreading queer joy and combat hate. We're going to bring Queer Kid Stuff to life like never before, with new music, animated segments, field trips to awesome places like your local LGBT center or even a gender-affirming doctor's office. It's gonna be awesome! And we want to expand the series into conversations around how queer issues and kids come together across all social justice movements. Whoa, that sounds so cool, Linz! Teddy and I have changed too. I came out as trans and non-binary and got gender-affirming surgery, and I have a lot more experience under my belt as a creator and person making queer stuff for kids. By backing our Kickstarter campaign, you'll get exclusive rewards like behind-the-scenes updates, digital downloads, awesome merch like temporary teddy tattoos, and stickers, and even a one-on-one hangout with Teddy and me. It's gonna be so much fun!
Get the fuck out of here.
It's like, I don't even know where this is airing and who in their right mind is letting their kids watch this. And did I just hear at the end she said a one-on-one hangout with me and Teddy? Oh no, that's not happening. Like, if anybody allows their kid to go around this person, they shouldn't even be a parent. That's just the truth. I just want to know, how is this even legal? Not only should this person not be allowed to have a channel for this stuff, right? I would go as far as saying this person should probably be on a watch list for suggesting that kids engage in this type of content.
Khalil, this looks like the bench production. You didn't get a lot of it in this game here. Talk about what they need to do going forward.
You said what?
The bench. Not score a lot in this game here, give you a lot of production. What do you have to do next in the next few games to help you guys most likely get to the next level?
What does the bench have to do?
Yes.
What did you?
I was saying that the bench didn't give a lot of production today in this game here. What do they got to do to help you all out as what they did in the previous game?
What they got to do? What they do last game? That's a real question? You for real?
No, what I'm asking is just really trying to get an idea of what they need to do.
So what the bench do the last game?
They actually played well. They played well.
So what they do this game?
Today they didn't do well this game.
Okay, so what they got to do? Score, right? Yep. All right, bet. That's it, right? Yep. That's the main question.
This is another WNBA player who has always complained about not getting enough money, complaining that the men get paid more than them. Now obviously the men get paid more because they're more entertaining. When the reporters are actually showing up to interview you, you would think you'd have a better attitude about it. This is just giving everyone another reason to not watch you. Like, you're acting entitled with this bad attitude towards the reporters who are giving your sport coverage, which is what you so desperately need, and that's how you treat them. You know what? They should just stop showing up and give them no coverage whatsoever.
I'm Nunyala. I'm studying living artfully, art as ritual therapy and pathways of decoloniality.
Yeah! My name is Marie, and my concentration is the radical disruption for survival, development in sub-Saharan Africa, through social anthropology.
Hi, I'm Ava, and I study woman, fugitive family, relationships, and identity, the transformative black woman.
Everyone is finally canceling Dylan Mulvaney. Fucking finally. I have been trying to tell you guys about this person for the longest time, but whenever I say it, I get labeled as a certain word that I can't say on this app. Everyone is calling Dylan Mulvaney a massive hypocrite now that I know. People are finding it very suspicious that this woman right here has grown her entire account based off of promoting women's rights, saying the significance of women, how important women are for her, and of course, recognizing the struggles that women have to go through on a day-to-day basis. She's actually won, I swear, Woman of the Year for this. However, when it comes to speaking about the women in Palestine who are having to use tent scraps because their periods are coming, or the women in Congo who are aggressively and systematically getting raped, she's quiet. She's silent. It's crickets even. People are recognizing that it's women that got this woman to this place to begin with. But however, when it comes to addressing issues that affect women within the diaspora, she's conveniently quiet. Yeah.
So all these people that supported Dylan Mulvaney, what, they're now surprised because they're realising he doesn't care about women? Like, is this really a shock to you? You were all part of the problem for supporting this person, giving him the attention that he so desperately needs. It's never been about anyone else other than himself. That's all he cares about, himself, nothing else. Anyway, that's enough of that shit today. So if you got this far in the video, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the support, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.